Shalom Chavarim. Once again, I just want to share a little something from the Parsha that we're beginning this week, the Eschanan, which is Devarim, Perek chapter 5. And in this Parsha, there is the mentioning of the second tablets, the 10 sayings, which is also in Shemos 20, and the rabbis have different opinions on these 10 sayings here in Devarim and in Shemos. One interesting thing, if you look closely at the 10 sayings here in Devarim, it's not exactly like the sayings in Shemos, in Exodus. And one example is in chapter 5 of Deuteronomy, verse 16. It says, Chaved es avicha ve'es imecha ka'asher zivcha Hashem alehecha lema'an ya'arikun yemecha ulma'an yitav lach al ha'adama asher Hashem alehecha nosen lach. Honor your father and your mother, as Hashem your God commanded you, so that your days will be lengthened, and so that it will be good for you, upon the land that Hashem your God gives you. So here we see the word good, and we don't see the word good in the first set of tablets. And the rabbis question this in the Gemara in Baba Kama 54. And there's a question from Rabbi Chanina ben Rabbi Agil, who asks Rabbi Chia, why doesn't Tov appear in the first set of tablets? And the question is, why in the second? And basically they go through this dispute over this. And Rabbi Tanchum comes along and says, the reason why Tov did not appear was that these tablets were ultimately going to be smashed. They were going to be smashed. The word good was not in the first set of tablets because they were going to be smashed. And Rabbi Ashi explained that the Rabbi meant that the symbolism in the destruction of the word Tov would have left a residue of permanent hopelessness among the Jewish people. And Hashem doesn't really bring destruction to anything that is ultimately good. And one of the things of the word Tov, good, that it can be spelt or pronounced two different ways in the Torah. Example, one time it's spelt with a kolam, which makes it sound as Tov, and another time the vowel is used sharuk, which can be pronounced as Tuv. So we find this connection, for example, in Proverbs 4:2. If we come to Proverbs, it says here in Proverbs 4:2, Ki lechach tov nasati lechem torati el ta'azovu. For I give you good tov instruction. Do not forsake my teaching. And then we also find another example of the different pronunciation in Psalms 119. Psalms 119 verse 66 here, it says, Tuv ta'am vada'as lam dini ki b'mitzvasecha he'emanti. Teach me good, Tuv. Teach me good sense and knowledge, for I put my trust in your commandments. Okay, so we see two examples of Tov being spelled and pronounced differently here. And so, in connection with all of this, we see in Isaiah chapter 1, verse 19. In 19 it says here, Im tovu ush ma'atem tuv haaretz to'ochelu. If then you will agree and give heed, you will eat the good tuv things of the earth. So the rabbis say, what is tuv? Why is it tuv with a sharuk, which represents, really, tuv represents the best, the hidden, which is hidden from our eyes. It is what is a visible domain where the original light, which God withdrew from the earth to the celestial regions after Adam's sin, is active. And so this hidden light will eventually become manifest, which is the ultimate objective of a world which is totally good. Okay? So, with the word good appears as part of the text of the second tablets, then to serve as a beacon of hope for us, this future we can still look forward to. Had the word first appeared first on the first set of tablets and been smashed, the impression might have been created that there would have never been again a return to an idyllic state of affairs at the time God had created the absolute good, i.e. the original light. Okay, the absolute good is an allusion to the unity of the Creator, which were one to believe that there would not be a future of absolute good. This would be tantamount to giving up on God's great name ever becoming manifest again. And so we see that Hashem has preserved, hidden away an even better good that we can all look forward to if we continue to do the mitzvot, continue to praise Hashem, and no matter what situation we're in, that we can praise and say this is for the good, that all things work together for good, for tov or tuv, for those that love God.